We'll begin with Siddhant. Your speech time starts now.
It is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. William Shakespeare. And it is the destiny of our nation's farmers to be saved by their savior, the farmers. Mr. Speaker, as I strongly uphold the argument for the motion, let us not forget that it would be a colossal mistake to lose sight of the big vision of India, the vision to undo the wrongs done to our farmers, to empower them once again so that they can prosper. It's time to re-energize our inherent capabilities and rebuild our nation. Today I would like to bring five main points to the House's attention. Firstly, awareness. Let's face it, India's small farmer has neither the ability to organize nor the time to devote himself to political pursuits, yet he does have the opportunity to be aware, and that is the truth. In order to create awareness about different laws being made for farmers, over 100 awareness initiatives have been launched in Maharashtra alone. Secondly, how we reinforced the Green Revolution. We took a wrong step during the Green Revolution. We focused on rote learning but forgot the effects in the long run. We forgot that an increase in productivity isn't equal to prosperity, rather, the continuity of productivity is. But today, as we stand to correct a wrong done, why the fear? Thirdly, we can help boost the farmers' income through the trade and commerce bills by building on allied industries. Mr. Speakers, we widen our definition of improvement to also be building on allied industries. It will not only help generate additional revenue, but will also provide the farmers with an opportunity to showcase their innovation. And we have exactly done that, courtesy the White Revolution. Fourthly, eliminating the middleman. Now, in recent times, we have increased the funds allotted to farmers by over 93%, yet we say they aren't getting enough financial aid. Where is the money being lost? My friends, the answer lies in the middlemen of our country, the same as we are trying to remove. And now, when countries are shrinking, agri technology has become obsolete, and farmers face exploitation from countless middlemen. If this isn't the time to bring reforms, then what is? Lastly, the MSP and APMCs. So, objecting what the opposition had stated, no, the MSP or APMCs will not go away. Yet, due to the shortcoming in APMCs, what we are basically doing is digitalizing the mandis and getting legal agreements to safeguard the interests of the farmers and break the monopoly of the archaic mandi system. Citing the 2006 example of the abolishing of the APMC Act in Bihar, it was observed that farmers were still getting a fair price for their produce and the MSP didn't go away. All of this truly makes me proudly say, मेरे देश की पहचान ही मेरा किसान है और मेरे देश का अभिमान ही मेरा किसान है. Thank you.
Thank you, Siddhant. Saloni, are you ready?
Yes, sir. May I start? Sir?
Yeah, your time starts now.
Again, a very good morning to the House at large. I stand here speaking against the farm bills. And before I begin my debate, ladies and gentlemen, let me again talk about what our proposition had said today. Our destiny does not lie in our stars. It lies in our own hands. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, we need to realize a very basic fact here. These laws, while making these laws, the government had not taken the people who will be affected by them into confidence. And that is one of the reasons why our farmers are protesting today. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, these three farm bills focus on marketing, sales, and revenue. However, according to the chief editor of the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, the three basic challenges our farmers face is first, the rural-urban migration that happens. Every minute, around 20 to 25 people from the rural areas migrate to cities in order to look for better jobs, with 30% of them being farmers. Ladies and gentlemen, we also need to realize that while the average age of an Indian is 29 years, the average age of our farmers is 55. And these trends, if they continue growing, will very soon lead to a lack of able-bodied farmers in our agricultural sector. And this very problem had been highlighted by the 2006 Swaminathan report, wherein they talked about the issue of participation of rural and urban youth into agricultural sectors. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest problem that our farmers face and had faced earlier also is how to increase their produce while minimizing their cost. And what we need to realize is that the farm bills don't focus on any of these three biggest challenges that our agriculture sector faces. Moreover, ladies and gentlemen, we need to realize the fact that our farmers are unaware of how these laws and schemes are going to work for them. And until and unless the government does not start talking to them and actually we don't have any action preceding these farm bills to create awareness among our people, then definitely they'll fail. We need to realize that we cannot exchange the security of a farmer's monthly earning, for the sake of more liberty. Because if we do that, we are going to lose out both our liberty and our security. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I'll continue talking about the fact how our farm bills have actually given a focus to our markets rather than the people who are actually bringing that produce or crops to our market. Let us again come back to the basic facts. Our agriculture sector gives about 17% to our GDP, 13% to our exports, and 55% of our employment comes from these agricultural and farming sectors. Yet, if 55% of our employed people in rural areas have never been taken into confidence.
Thank you, Saloni. Your time ends here. Are you both ready for the rebuttal?
No, I'll just need a second. Okay.
Sure. You get 30 seconds.
I just had a doubt. So she's going to ask the questions to me first, right?
I thought the proposition will ask the questions.
Right. Okay, sure. Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So your rebuttal time starts now.
Please go. So I believe the opposition has to start first, right?
All right. So you talked about the archaic mandis.
Yeah,
and
Saloni,
how
you
we
have to ask
to
the
do away
question.
with them.
Yeah, sure.
Archaic mandis and how we should do away with them and bring in more market for our farmers. Yet the very fact that both of us should have acknowledged by right at this time is that our farmers are mostly unaware of how to utilize these laws. So how is the government going to take measures in order to make them capable enough to use these laws in their favor rather than being exploited?
Right. So as you had mentioned here, right, about that the farmers are not aware enough and that they won't be able to take the benefit of these bills. But all I want to say here right now is I'd mentioned in my speech, right, that over 100 awareness initiatives have been launched in Maharashtra alone. But what I want to point out here is it's not because push down, rather we also mean that there is cartelization, right? So many traders are bunching up to farm organizations and they leave the farmers helpless. So in order to create a bipartisan alternative route for farmers to engage in other businesses that will help them, so this is what the farm bills propose as a whole.
All right, sir. Quoting you right now in your answer, you said that the farmers are left helpless when it comes to most traders and they are being pushed down by the monopoly. Sir, you in your answer have acknowledged the fact that our farmers are vulnerable and are at the mercy of people who they are trading with. Yes? Yet, you have not actually given a concrete answer on how you're going to make them capable when it comes to the entire nationhood and not just one particular state, Maharashtra. Please elaborate again.
Sure, ma'am. So it seems that today people have joined a bit late, right? They must have been facing some technical difficulties, right? They must have been. That's why some people joined late. But now imagine India, the world's largest democracy. Ma'am, can you imagine how many technical difficulties they might have faced? And yet, through all of this, the bills are being passed. So can you literally imagine? It reminds me of a few lines, and I'd like to read them out, right? गिरते हैं शहसवार मैदानी जंग में वो तिफल क्या गिरेंगे जो घुटनों पे चलते हैं. Right? We have tried. Yes, we've tried, definitely. And of course, there will be some ups and downs, but again, overall, we will emerge, we will rise someday, and that is the answer to this. So it will take time. Everything, we can't just come to a conclusion just after some months. Right? So whenever a new bill is passed, it takes some time, right? It takes some effort in order to make it actually work.
So, sir, the basic line that I am getting is that we're extremely positive when it comes to the farm laws. Yet you have not given me any solid framework of how you are going to, or how the government proposes to help the farmers utilize them. Is it right?
So before I answer
Oh,
this
all right.
question, like all I want to say is I'm here to be positive. I'm here to learn something, and I'm here to tell you guys that I believe in the farm bills. That's why I'm here. Right? But aside from that, as you had said, what is the government proposing? So what we basically are proposing is that, you see, the farmer in his current state, he is at the mercy of traders. That's agreed. Right? I agree. But yet, can we imagine? Right? So when corporates come into the picture, government has regulations on that. The government can control it in turn, but mostly when we talk about these bills, it's rather to empower the farmer, to empower him once again, and it will not only help our nation, but it will also help the farmer. Right? These bills and forming a concrete line. It seems today that everybody's speaking about the farm bills. They're speaking what is here, what's in the first law and the second law, but rather what is the effect on the farmer, what's the practical effect, right? So rather than being scripturians, let's come to the practical effect of the farm bills. And rather speaking, right, if you are a farmer, when you get new opportunities to showcase your innovation, rather speaking, we Indians are such a type of people that can work out anything from everything, right? So using that, these same words in mind, truly when somebody gets opportunities, right, opportunities to sell somewhere different, right, opportunities to connect with other people, overall it does truly help the person itself. So that's my answer to
Okay.
you.
All
Thank you
right, sir.
very
I would
Rebuttal
request if you
time
have
ends
any
here.
questions, you
Saloni,
can
I'm
go ahead
sorry, the
with.
rebuttal time ends here.
All right, all right.
Right, so it's my turn to ask questions.
Siddhant, the rebuttal time has ended.
Oh, okay.
Siddhant, are you ready for the conclusion speech?
So just give me a moment. Yes, sir, I'm ready. Can I go on with my
Yeah, you
speech?
can start.
Give me a moment. So, can I start?
Sure.
Let's begin with appreciating the opposition. Truly, the way the opposition had asked the questions and all of that truly made me go into a different new perspective. And let's go with this. Let's agree on our disagreement. Now, before I begin concluding the farm bills, we have to keep one thing in mind. It's for the benefit of the farmers, to benefit the ones unhelped for over half a century. And when there is something new, it takes time, right? And if we don't try, then how can we get an output? So, in order to try, in order to get some output, we need some time. Even the biggest of all initiatives, everything needs time to improve, it needs time to nurture, and it needs time to grow. And with that very note in mind, I want to think that the farmers are a success. It's not only that the farmers will get different opportunities to showcase their innovation, but truly the statistics say this. The World Bank has said that after the farm bills have been passed, a 15% increase has been seen in sowing crops and a 10% increase has been seen in land planning. And over at the last half of this year, actually,
Thank you, Siddhant. Your time has ended. Thanks for that.
May I start?
Yeah, you can start.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have talked about our disagreements in our propositions reply speech. Let us also agree on the fact that the goal of both the proposition and opposition today is to talk about the welfare of farmers and work on it. However, ladies and gentlemen, what we need to realize is, and something that even Sir has talked about in his speech, that our farmers have been disadvantaged since more than half of a century. And if the government is going to ask for more time in order to implement and improve these laws so that our farmers are finally able to utilize them in their favor, then we need to realize that every single day our farmers are committing suicide and are dying because of this social structure that asks for more time. What we need to realize, ladies and gentlemen, is that these farm bills are a top-down process. That is, they are coming from the highest structure and then they plan to implement them on the ground level. However, what we need to realize is that what we need in India and not anywhere else in the world, is something that starts from the grassroots. The very reason our panchayats are successful, why our cups are successful, is because they focus on our grassroots level.
Thank you, Saloni. Your time has ended here. So, judges, that was Team N, Siddhant and Saloni.